Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Lui, il a une migraine. Bon, on ira chercher plus tard.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
What is this new battle?
Well, I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Ah, il est au courant.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Pardon?
You need some rest.
Pauvre Clarence. Alors, où est-ce qu'il y a plus de gens? Ah si. Quelqu'un par là. Oui. Plus de gens.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem
C'est une
well at
newborn,
all.
elle aussi?
Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little
Oh
crunchy
Dieu.
bones. Their juicy,
Heureusement qu'on n'est pas comme ça à force d'en manger. nous.
Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know, someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Sympathique.
I must go now.
Bon courage avec la voix, tout ça. Des bisous. Alors... Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un à l'arrière par là? Tout hasard. Bon, pas directement dans la rue en tout cas. Donc là on a fait le petit détour qu'il y avait derrière. Est-ce que par là... Je veux juste voir les limites du quartier. Ok. Voilà. Ici c'est... Ici c'est la fin du monde de nouveau. Donc le quartier fait globalement ça. Ok. Ok. Par ici, est-ce qu'on a d'autres gens? Non plus. Ok. Donc on a rencontré quoi? On n'a pas rencontré grand monde. Hein. Pas rencontré grand monde. Après, avec un peu de chance, ils sont tous dans le club Ascalon, les gens qui restent. Mais ça m'étonnerait parce qu'il y a la... Oula, je vais un peu vite. Ah mais non, Venus Crossley. Ah non, on l'a pas vu encore. Donc en effet. Là, on sait pas où elle est. Là, ça retourne en dehors. Bon bah... Voyons déjà qui est présent dans le manoir. Ça permettra d'avoir une bonne idée des gens qui nous restent à découvrir. On aura sans doute plein de dialogues à faire dans le manoir.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Merci.
Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Pourquoi y a-t-il un cadavre juste là? Qualité du sang, il y a toute la barre. C'est un citoyen ou pas du coup, Jean-Jacques là?
There has been quite a battle here.
Welcome to the Ascalon.
Ah non, c'est juste un gars standard.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
On récupère tout ce qu'on peut récupérer, comme d'habitude. Ascalon Club ou pas. On va sortir mon arme. On va la tester au cas où. Ah, ça sort du bâtiment. Ok. Je pensais pas sortir du bâtiment directement. Bon. Il a l'air d'y avoir grand chose ici. C'est ouf que j'ai trouvé si peu de citoyens dans le quartier. D'ailleurs, toute une partie... Il y avait une grille qu'on pouvait utiliser en dessous. Peut-être qu'il y a toute une partie de gens qui vivent sous la haute. Je suis pas rentré dedans directement parce que je me suis dit que c'était peut-être en rapport avec une quête secondaire. De dague de qualité. Et de l'absorption de sang. Donc déjà une arme principale qui fait de l'absorption de sang, donc à partir de là, ça va, je le vis bien.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Bonjour. Il y a plein de gens ici.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when
Pas
it
sûr de gagner des
comes
points
to
avec lui là.
making decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Qu'on soit
Of
clair.
course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt. The only way to calm things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
En soi, on sait qu'on va devoir accepter à la fin, mais c'est surtout pour en apprendre le maximum possible sur ce club.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Bah allons-y,
I
hein.
agree to join the club.
This is good news.
Jouons le
Good
jeu.
news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Et je joue gentil, hein.
My
Faut pas me
fellow
retrouver à mordre
members,
quelqu'un.
dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Le fameux contrat avec son sang. Ah oui, genre il se sert quoi.
Welcome
Surtout
to
pour
the
ça, ouais.
Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed.
Pour goûter une petite
Take your
lichette.
place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Excellent, on fait partie d'une secte. Pour plaire. Alors, tous ces gens-là, on s'en fiche. Lui aussi, c'est un perso spécial. Ah, lui par contre, c'est un... C'est un citoyen normal.
Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be the
Ah, mais c'est le Richou.
centerpiece? Figuratively.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries, but I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson. The wealthiest man in England.
Le pété de thunes.
It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewin?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it.
Ah,
I have a
bien
plan,
vrai.
sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable,
trop Trump.
unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Oui. Bien sûr. Oui.
Isolation has proven effective throughout history, but the death toll has always been a high one.
I am glad you understand the concept of necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Très bien. Encore quelqu'un de bien, ça. Qui est donc le pilier de la communauté. Hein. On va faire en sorte qu'il ne meure pas, si possible.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening,
Voilà.
my lord.
According to my spies,
Parlons peu, parlons
you
bien.
have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Accepte une
Fergal
tasse.
Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod, all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed, ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Ah. D'accord.
You do know.
Le code, c'est
I
les
killed
loups-garous.
him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish. He's a good friend of yours.
Does
C'est
it
une
bother
belle manière de le
you that I
dire.
consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Mais non, on connaît les Scales des égouts, c'est des mecs bien.
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche.
Carte blanche.
Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he
Nouveau niveau de
wants,
charme.
but I won't put a foot outside
Vous m'en direz tant.
Prewen